Pierre Morel, thank you so much for calling in today.
Oh, my pleasure, Shmonty. How are you?
I'm very good. First, I want to lead off with congratulations. The Gunman opens in theaters tomorrow, Friday the 20th.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. I'm really excited and anxious. When you put like 2 years in your life in a movie, you just like, when it comes out, like, oh, it's out of my hands. What's going to happen? So I'm both excited and anxious. It's a cool movie, I think, so we'll see.
You were the director of Taken
Yes.
and the director of The Gunman. What draws you to lead characters who have trouble keeping track of their family members?
I don't know. It's not specifically about that. It's about having characters who are action heroes, but not just action heroes. It's having characters that have more than that, not cookie-cutter action heroes. I like people who have a lot of background and who carry something emotional with them. So I guess that's what I'm attracted for.
Gotcha. Because I was going to say, don't get me wrong, Liam Neeson and Sean Penn are badasses, but they lose people more than I lose my car keys.
Yeah, they're not good at that, right? It's insane. We're lucky they've got sets of skills that allow them to bring them back. But yeah, there's
exactly.
an issue with that.
So who is, in your opinion, after working with both of these fine gentlemen, who casts a bigger shadow? Who's more intimidating in person, Liam Neeson or Sean Penn, in your opinion?
Oh, I would never compare them. I mean, they're two great guys, and yes, they're both intimidating, and they're both fantastic actors. I was just very lucky to be able to work with both of them. They're totally different people. It's been a crazy 2 years doing this movie. Sean is, I'm sure, one of the most gifted actors of this generation, and being able to have him on an action movie was actually quite something. He carries not only physically as he goes through insane action in this movie. Really done everything himself. He was really impressive, and also carries that capacity to play, to act, to perform in such a emotional way. So it was fantastic. But Liam was a fantastic ride too. Like back in the days when we did Taken. So I would never compare them. They're just two fantastic actors.
Do you feel any more pressure as a director when you're working with actors of that high caliber?
No, we tend to say it makes your life easier in a way because you know that they're going to give you something fantastic. No, it's a collaboration. You're not more like impressed or whatever. It's just it's the early stage of the preparation of the movie. You just have long conversation with actors about what the characters are supposed to be, what the story is all about. And once on set, it's a great collaboration. Like, they take directions so well. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're like having a Rolls Royce in your hands. It's a great moment. So it's not about being impressed or more like intimidated. It's a collaboration, and these guys are very nice to collaborate with.
How would you rate yourself as a director on set? Are you a despot? Do you rule with an iron fist? Or are you pretty flexible, go with the flow kind of guy?
I don't know. You should ask the guys I work with. I'm not a screamer. I don't like to put pressure on people. I just keep a pace that you can easily lose time. I hate losing time. And when it comes to directions, I once again, when you start a movie, you know exactly what you want to do. So you just need to keep everybody on track. And it rules for the crew, it rules for the actors, it rules for everybody. So without putting a tyrannic pressure on people, you just need to keep everybody on track. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy, I guess. But in a very smooth way, I hope.
And with your career path, what movies inspired you in young Pierre Morel's life to make you want to be a director?
Many. I think the real first movie shock of my life was when I was 12 and the first Star Wars came out. And it was kind of like wow. Because before that, I had never seen anything of that scope. Being born in France and raised in France, I've seen small French movies and a few things on TV, but never anything of that scope. And I think that's what kind of opened my eyes to, this is what making movies can be. And from there on, I just was very often compelled by sci-fi. So I watched Blade Runners and Aliens, and these are the movies I really I grew up with, and also the Die Hard series or the Lethal Weapon series. These are things that probably had an impact on what I wanted to do. So these movies are things that really brought me into loving movies, I guess.
And so with the new Star Wars coming out, and I believe a reboot of Blade Runner's even slated too, as a fan, but also as a director, I mean, what are your expectations? What are your hopes? You know, what do you think we're going to be looking at?
I'm always in fear of reboots. I never know if it's going to be better or not. So I am kind of like a very, I don't know, I wonder. I mean, should we remake movies like that? They were so great in the first place. Is it worth making it? And then, yes, the technical capacity we have now makes them even crazier. So I'm always curious. I have high expectations. I think J.J. Abrams is going to do great on that Star Wars. I think it from what I saw, it was really fantastic. Really like reconnecting with the early Star Wars. So I'm looking forward to see that. And I haven't heard anything about Blade Runner, but this is one of my favorite movies. So I can't wait to see what they're doing with it.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's kind of cross your fingers and wait and see, and we just hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't think it's going to be disappointing. At that level of that movie, you cannot do something wrong. You have to make the best and improve everything and make it bigger. So I'm looking forward to see those.
Now, for someone like me, who I have no cinematography experience other than, like maybe with the occasional girlfriend in college saying, no, the red light means it's off. The camera's off. Don't worry about it. I've thought of maybe some ideas for you, and I'm just spitballing here. You can take them or you can leave them out on the table, but maybe some Gunman taken crossovers. Like, in the first one, the gunman gets taken and Liam Neeson tracks down Sean Penn.
Oh, like Alien versus Predator?
Yeah, and then in the next one, Liam Neeson is taken from the gunman, so Sean Penn gets to go rescue a lost Liam Neeson. I mean, it just writes itself in my mind.
Okay, I'm taking notes. I'll figure that out. I'm not quite sure. I'm not that. It would be great to have both of them, like Liam and Sean on the set. That could be quite something because they both kick ass. So I'm not sure it would be a crossover of those two movies, but having them both on the set, yes, I'm in, definitely.
Very cool. Well, Pierre Morel, The Gunman, in theaters tomorrow, Friday the 20th. And thank you so much for taking the time and just calling in and chatting today, my friend. It was great talking to you.
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Have a great day.